the Captain America Reborn. What is Marvel doing now to retailers? They're soliciting this book that's supposed to be out in July,
Yes.
and they're not telling anybody anything about what it's about. What are they doing? They're holding on to that nugget, to that story, for the media, the mass media.
Mass media.
Because when this book is about to come out, they're going to go on television and talk to all these news outlets about what the book's about. And only a week before, all these retailers have to put their orders in.
And mind you, retailers, we order comic books 3 months in advance. So by the time the first one ships, we would probably have already ordered up to number 3.
Right.
So, you know...
And they're kind of screwing the retailers there.
Yeah, the page, the Reborn page in the Marvel previews is black background with a white star, and the description doesn't say a goddamn thing. We don't know if it's Captain America, Steve Rogers who is coming back. We don't know if it is the shitty Bucky from Heroes Reborn who's going to be coming back. We don't know what, even if it is about Captain America. Mm-hmm. We know nothing about it. And explicitly because retailers don't know anything about it, because, exactly, Marvel is selling this story exclusively to a media outlet, a mass media outlet, so Joe Quesada can go and stroke himself on Stephen Colbert and talk about it. And retailers, who are the ones who are supposed to be supporting need the support of the fans, and we need to know what the fuck we're ordering so we can support the industry. We don't know a goddamn thing about it. And we wait until a week before it ships, and then, you know what? We can't even reorder it anymore by the time that so we don't even know what the fuck to expect.
Basically, the Marvel is asking retailers to take it on faith. They're saying, you know what, this is going to be really, really cool. You want to order as many copies as you can, because when this hits, you're going to want to have it. And you know what? That's not the way you do business. That's just not the way you do business. And yet, how many retailers are going to say, you know what, I've got to order this book? It's like they've got a gun to their heads, and they're going to order, and if anything, they're probably going to order on the high side because they know they're going to, they might be caught left, empty-handed when the media blitz hits.
And mind you, comic books are not returnable. There's certain conditions that monthly comic books have to meet in order for them to be made returnable. One of them is that if the art team changes and the company doesn't make you aware of that beforehand. If the book ships late, is the biggest reason why books can be returned. But yeah, so whatever we order, we're gonna get stuck with them, no matter what happens, because that's how Marvel handles their books. That's how they handle the retailers.
And I know this is sometimes difficult for us as fans to kind of grasp, but the moment Marvel and DC and really comic book publishers in general decided to go with the direct market model, they entered kind of into this contract, this relationship that, you're going to make our product more easily accessible for people to get. You're going to feature our product. You're going to push our product. And we're going to give you a product to push. We're going to give you a product to feature. We're going to give you a product that you can sell and make a living selling. But now, because of all these different changes in business strategies and paradigms and blah, 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 what are the folks at Marvel going to tell you? Well, the reason we really don't want to tell anyone what Reborn is about is because we don't want spoilers to get out there. In the internet age, if you tell one person, it gets all over the place and then it spoils the surprise. Hey, you know what? Welcome to the fucking 21st century. Welcome to the media age. You learn to deal with it. You don't screw your business partners because you don't want spoilers to get out there. It's pure and simple.
It's boil it down. It's shitting where you eat.
Yeah, and we as fans can only speak in one way, and that's with our dollars. Now, it's incumbent upon us as fans to just be aware of these things. And now the things that Jose and I talk about, you know, I know you guys get on us because you don't like when we talk about feminism in comics. We talk about violence and towards women. We talk about all the stuff that goes on. That quite frankly, I know a lot of you fanboys, you don't want to hear about it. You just want to read your comic books and you want to, you know, live your life and be entertained, and you don't want to hear this, okay?
But the easiest thing to do is take your fucking shit and go to another YouTube channel and watch some of the boring ass shit, because it's everywhere. If you want to hear the same old shit and you don't want to actually be made to think a little bit, go somewhere else.
If you really want to impact this industry, if you want to be more than just a consumer, if you want to be more than just a mark, that's what they call that's how you're considered. Let's face it. Mm-hmm. Comic book fans are marks. You're marks.
You need to rise above that and become the smart mark.
The smart mark, right. We're borrowing wrestling terms. You understand that you will only be sold what you will buy. If you won't buy it, the companies aren't going to force it on you. And the market right now, the comic book market is this strange little subculture that exists right now. It's shrinking and shrinking, and what are the comic companies doing? They're poking and prodding you to see what can they get you to buy next. What will subject A buy now? What will subject B buy now? And I'm talking specifically of the American comics market. For all our European readers out there, I'm sorry, you know, this kind of doesn't apply to you because, one, you get the experiment that you see done in American readers. That was done a year past before it actually gets to you. And you're probably sitting there looking at us and going, oh, these poor stupid Americans. You know, they're in their little bubbles they don't want to get out of. In any case, comic companies are poking and prodding you, trying to figure out what they can sell you so that you'll give up those dollars, those little dollars out of your wallet every week. And quite frankly, recently, if you ask me, companies haven't had to work so hard. Because if a really good product like Captain Britain, which takes, I mean, you know, I'm sure it takes a lot of time and effort on their part, if that can't sell, and yet you slap another book with Deadpool on it, that'll sell. You know what? You've just made the decision for them. You've made it easier for them to take your money away from you. And you're doing the Pavlovian response. Oh, Wolverine, goodbye. Deadpool, goodbye. New Avengers, bye. Dark Avengers, bye. You know.
So what's one of the other Marvel books that we'd like to tout on here, which is a good solid read, but a lot of people aren't buying it? Ghost Rider. Almost every issue for the last 3 or 4 issues, we talk about Ghost Rider and how great Ghost Rider is, and we've even gotten some of you guys into reading Ghost Rider. But guess what? It's too good of a book, and Marvel is canceling it. We found out about that a couple months ago. Now, the next on the chopping block is Captain Britain. Now, how long is it going to be before Agents of Atlas gets canceled? How long is it going to be before Secret Warriors gets canceled?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Secret Warriors has a Bendis name on it, so that'll probably... But Agents of Atlas... I am really worried about Agents of Atlas.
And one of our commenters, a few of our commenters have made the comment that to not get attached to books, those books that you really, really fucking enjoy, books like Agents of Atlas and Captain Britain and Ghost Rider, that you just look forward to it every month, to not get attached to it, because if it's too good to be true, guess what? It fucking is, and Marvel's going to take it away from you because it's not selling enough. It's not like these books aren't getting critically acclaimed. There's talk all over the internet about how great those 3 specific books, Ghost Rider, Captain Britain, Agents of Atlas, how good all of those books are. People are talking about it, but not enough people are buying it.
Not enough people are buying it because you have 5 friggin' Wolverine books.
And you have like 6 different fucking Avengers books. And you have 12 different X-Men books.
And you have to decide. Hey, I buy my comics too. I buy my comics too, just like everybody out there does. And I have to make a conscious decision. Am I going to buy this week, or am I going to buy this week? And there are times when it's tough. I know it's tough. But it's just maddening to know that so many comic book fans are allowing themselves to be herded in different directions just because, well, they're Bendis fans, they're Wolverine fans, I want to see this, I want to see that. Comic books can be so much more. Here, look, you're talking about a book. You had fucking vampires being launched from the moon. Name another comic book where you've seen that done before. Where not only have you seen it done, but it worked. It made sense. I'm really disappointed right now in the industry when it comes to stuff like this, and I'm disappointed in fans. I am. I get really disappointed in fans. There is room for all kinds of books. There is room,
and that's
for
exactly what we talked about in last Rants,
yeah.
about how in Japan there's a comic book for everybody. But even in superhero books, there is genres within that genre. And this is one of them. It's an intelligent superhero book.
Right. But if you tell Marvel that all you want are Wolverine books and X-Men books and New Avenger books, guess what? This book gets crowded out. This book goes away. And you know what? And then the world's a little less brighter for it. It's just and it's comic books are a little less interesting for it.
I mean, books I talked about it on the boards, books that I really, really liked and really look forward to that have been canceled in the last year or so. Catwoman. I was buying since issue 50, and I loved it. It was an awesome, awesome comic book. Canceled. Simon Dark. Canceled. The Order. Matt Fraction. Canceled. Ghost Rider. Now being canceled. Captain Britain. Now being canceled.
So it's not just Marvel books we're talking about. We're talking about some really good DC books too. DC is guilty of many of the same.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I know it sounds like we're picking on Marvel, but DC is guilty of the same thing too.
No, yeah. Simon Dark, Catwoman, 2 Batman family books that got canceled. And I'll tell you what, another book that's going to be on the chopping block is going to be Rebels. Another very intelligent, very niche. It's a niche within a niche. Another intelligent superhero book. It's a fun, dark humor book. That book, I can't see it lasting through the end of the year because of shit like this.
Although the Legion will be back in the new Adventure comics, so I don't know. I don't know what the answer to any of this is. I don't know. All I know is that I try to be conscious of how I spend my hard-earned dollars on books. I am not going to be a mark. I want books that entertain me, that challenge me. Because by God, these days, my dollar is harder to come by. You know, if my dollar is harder to come by for me, by God, it's going to be harder to come by for the comic book industry too. They got to make it worth my money. They really do. So, oh Captain, my Captain, we'll miss you. I'm ranted out.
Okay, I guess I am too.
This has been Elliot Serrano and Jose Melendez coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to reading your comments on the boards here on the Comic Culture Warrior YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.